Verbal cues are the words you say to your athletes or clients to affect movement outcome. Successful coaching largely depends on the coach's ability to communicate with the athlete or client using simple and effective cues. There are three types of verbal cues, which are internal, external, and analogies. Internal cues encourage the individual to focus on a specific body part or muscle, i.e., extend your hip. External cues encourage the individual to focus on the environment, i.e., push through the ground, while analogies are nothing more than little visuals in the mind, i.e., take off like a jet. Before we go over some core examples and coaching cues to improve movement patterns, here are a few things to keep in mind. When comparing the different types of verbal cues, there's an overwhelming evidence that when looking at optimizing motor skill performance and learning, external cues and analogies provide a measurable advantage over internal cues. However, that doesn't mean you don't improve using internal cues, just not to the same degree. With that said, put the cues you use in the words or images of the athletes or clients you work with. This is one, if not the most effective way to make an impression on your clients. To do this, you'll need to ask questions during an exercise demonstration or get their feedback of what a position or exercise looks and feels like to them. Last but not least, keep practicing because knowing which type of cue to use in a particular situation for a particular client is a learned art form. Now on to a few examples. My personal favorite analogy to address posture in a core exercise or really any movement is the Instagram butt sad dog analogy. Next time you find yourself scrolling through Instagram, pay attention to people's posture. I guarantee you'll start to see a common pose which is depicted on the left. Anterior pelvic tilt, lumbar hyperextension, and flared ribcage. Not only is this analogy true, it's silly and relatable. Therefore, it sticks with the clients and athletes I work with. So how do we get out of an extended posture, aka Instagram butt, to a neutral position? Sad dog. If you ever look at a dog in trouble, it has its hips tucked underneath it. Again, it's silly and relatable. Lastly, these two words, Instagram butt or sad dog, are a great way to say more with less. Before moving on to internal and external cues, remember that internal cues focus on a body part or muscle, while external focuses on the environment. The difference in these cues will become apparent as you watch. Now on to some core examples that will compare internal and external cues to correct various mistakes. In summary, regardless of the verbal cue, your words are powerful, but don't forget you can say the same thing 1,000 different ways. Therefore, the cues provided here are just a couple of examples of many. Finding your own voice and verbiage is an important step to becoming a great communicator.